Alright, everybody, this is Miss Gardner. So I'm not there today, but I need to make sure that we can keep moving forward so we don't get too far behind. So I made Laura, say hi. You gonna say hi? So if you hear my daughter talking, she's here with me, but we're gonna make a video to keep you moving ahead. So the first paper we're going is the yellow paper. So if you could, it's gonna look like the yellow paper. Oh yeah, my daughter is still sick. I'll be back tomorrow. Be very, very good. Sit in your assigned seats. Listen to the guest teacher or whoever the sub is. Yellow paper. So can you pause the video and pass this out? And that's the paper we're going to start with. So go ahead and pause the video. All right, here we go. The first paper, so this yellow paper, what you're basically going to be doing is we're going to be working on these two graphs right here. Alright, sorry. So we're going to be working on these two graphs, and then you're going to have to do these two graphs by yourself. So we're going to start with this graph right here. First thing, put your name on the paper. Second, we're going to look at the graphs and determine if the slope is positive or negative. So we're going to look at the lines and determine if they're positive or negative. So what you're going to do on your paper is you're going to draw slope man, slope dude, slope face, whatever you want to call him. So take a few minutes, or a few minutes, a few seconds, draw your slope face. Okay, now, going through number one right here. It has a positive slope. It is going up, just like right here, a positive slope. It is going up, it's increasing. On the one right across from it is a positive slope. It is going up, it is going increasing. Right here, this is a negative slope, just right here on slope man. It's decreasing, it's going down. The last one, negative slope. Make sure you're writing that on your paper. You can just put a plus sign or a negative sign if you want as well. But don't forget, if it's a negative slope, you have to put a negative with the slope. Next step, you're going to look at your graphs and determine the slope by the rise over run. So, here we go. This is the first graph. Okay, the blue dot right here, that's your y-intercept. That's where your line is crossing the y-intercept. So we start at the origin, 1, 2. So our y-intercept is 2. Find some nice pretty points, no in-betweenies, pretty points on the corners. So from here to here, we need to do the rise over the run. So we rose, so we need to do the rise over the run. So we went 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3, 4 over. So our rise was 3, our run was 4. So our slope would be 3/4. Keep in mind it's a positive 3/4 because our line has a positive slope. Okay, we should have that on our paper. So now, you're going to write your equation for the graph. Same graph, number 1, y equals mx plus b. Now, m is the slope. We just found the slope. B is the y-intercept. We found the y-intercept. Our slope was 3/4. Remember, we went up 3 over 4. Up 3 over 4. And our y-intercept was 2 because right there, that's where our line crosses the y-axis. So our slope-intercept form equation that needs to be written on your paper, y equals 3/4 x plus 2. So let me go back and let me tell you again what I want to see besides number 1 on your paper. I want to see that you have written the y-intercept is 2. I want to see written that your slope is 3/4. I want to see written that your slope-intercept form equation is y equals 3/4 x plus 2. I want to see on your graph a circle at 2 for the y-intercept. I want to see on your graph rise and run triangle, up 3 over 4. Those are the things I'm going to be grading. Now we're going to move down to number 2, right below this graph right here. Here we go. Okay, this graph, we said it had a negative slope. Right here with this blue dot, that's our y-intercept. That's where our graph passes the y-axis. It's at -1. Okay, so our y-intercept is -1 because that's where our line crosses the y-axis. Now we want to do our slope. So we have to pick two pretty points that are on the corners or the crosshairs. No in-betweenies. For example, this is an in-betweenie. Right there, in-betweenie. Don't want it. Rise over run. Our rise is 4. We go up 1, 2, 3, 4. Our run is 2. 1, 2. So on your paper, I need to see this. I need to see your triangle on your graph. I need to see your y-intercept point. I need you to write slope is rise over run. Slope is 4 divided by 2. Now, your slope is negative, and if you put in 4 divided by 2 is 2. So your slope is negative, so it's a negative 2. Get this down because now we're going to go to the next slide where we write our equation. Here we go. Y equals mx plus b. M is your slope, b is your y-intercept. We just said our slope was negative 2 because we went up 4 over 2. Up 4 over 2. That's where the negative 2 comes. The negative 1 is right there where your y-intercept is. Okay, you're going to do the two graphs on the right, and then you're going to turn it into the sub. So you're going to do, I want to see what your slope is, the y-intercept. I want to see your triangles on your graph, and I want to see your equation. All right, maybe 10 minutes at the most, and then you're going to turn it into the sub.